Hi, boys and girls. It's time for science story time. And today we're going to learn about cicadas. I've been hearing a lot lately about the 17-year cicadas. And so we're going to learn a little bit about them today. This book is simply called Cicadas. And it's by Christina. Isn't that silly? She's writing a book about the outdoors, and her last name is an outdoor name, Leaf. Cicadas make a lot of noise. They are the noisiest insects in the whole world. Look, this is the 17-year cicada. This is what it looks like. This is a photograph. Do you see? It has a short, stubby body and big wings. And this is a close-up photo, so it looks big. But the 7-year cicada is actually this size. It's not quite as big as it looks in that picture. It's this size. Cicadas like warm summers. Most of them live in the forest. When it's time for baby cicadas, a female digs a hole in a tree branch. She lays a lot of eggs in there. Eventually the eggs hatch and nymphs crawl out. Then they fall out of the tree and they crawl underground, and they mostly live on the juice from the roots of the trees. And what's amazing is they do that for 17 whole years. Then they crawl out from underground, they climb the trees, and they molt. That means they shed their outer skin, almost like a snake does, so that they have new skin waiting underneath. And that's the end of the cycle. Now they'll get together, and then the female cicadas will lay more eggs. Now we're going to read about a different insect. This book is called Guess Who Changes, and it's by Sharon. And listen and look carefully so you can guess. Here I am. My mother laid me in an egg on this leaf. I am inside this tiny egg. I am ready to hatch. The egg pops open. I crawl out. It is easy with 16 legs. I have become a caterpillar. I am so hungry. I eat and eat and eat and eat. He eats lots and lots of leaves, and he ate so much he does not fit into his old skin. So it pops open, and he crawls out of it, and he has brand new skin underneath. I keep eating and growing. My old skin falls off each time. One day I crawl under a leaf. I lose my old skin for the last time. A hard shell grows around me. Now I am a chrysalis. Inside I am changing. I am growing wings. My hard shell cracks open. See how I have changed? I crawl out of the chrysalis and I stretch my colorful wings. I am ready to fly. What am I? What do you think it is? I am a butterfly. Did you guess, boys and girls, that it was a butterfly or a moth? I bet a lot of you did, because my friends are very smart. Now, butterflies hatch the whole summer long, so they only hatch a few at a time. But cicadas, they all hatch at once, and the 17-year cicadas anyway, and look at all these cicadas. Look very carefully at the picture. Do you see this that looks like a tornado? That's actually all cicadas. They're flying so close together. They look black, and there's cicadas on the ground. And then all around in the air, there's more cicadas. There's a lot of cicadas that come out of the ground all at once. I'm going to show you another picture. Look carefully. Do you see the child? The child is running through a whole swarm of cicadas. Cicadas are all around. There's so many cicadas. That's amazing, isn't it? Maybe one day you'll see that many cicadas. Now we're going to talk about life cycles. And what I want you to do, children, is watch the whole video so you know what is coming up, all the information, and then have your grown-up go back with you and click and freeze when I show the life cycles, and then you can draw your own pictures of the life cycles and compare them. This is the caterpillar life cycle. Did you see that? And it starts out as an egg. You can draw your leaf with the eggs on it, an egg on a leaf. Then the egg hatches and becomes a caterpillar. Then the caterpillar turns into a chrysalis and hatches out of the chrysalis and becomes a butterfly. So egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. And now let's look at the cicada lifestyle. The cicadas start out as eggs, just like caterpillars do. But the caterpillar eggs are laid on leaves, and the cicada legs are laid inside of a tree branch. And eventually out of the egg hatches the baby cicada. The baby butterfly is a caterpillar. The baby cicada is called a nymph. And then it doesn't take very long for the caterpillar to eat and eat and eat and eat and turn into a chrysalis. But the cicada nymph, it takes it 17 years to hatch. It flows out of the tree under the ground, it burrows into the ground, and it eats the juice from the roots of the trees. That's different from the caterpillar that eats the leaves, right? And the nymph is never in a chrysalis. The nymph just crawls out of the ground, and it waits for 17 years, and that's a long, long time, much longer than a caterpillar. And look at all the cicadas I put there. That's to remind us that the cicadas come out at once and they swarm. There's all the cicadas hatch at the same time, instead of butterflies, which hatch a few at a time throughout the summer. And the cicada burrows out of the ground, flies up to the tree, and then it's ready to start over. It's got eggs again, so it skips the chrysalis phase. That's amazing, isn't it? So what I want you to do is, after I say goodbye, you remember, have your grown up go back. Have your grown up first click like. And if they haven't hit the subscribe bell, hit subscribe, and then go back with you and freeze the caterpillar life cycle. Draw that on a piece of paper. Then have them skip ahead and freeze the cicada life cycle picture. Draw that on a piece of paper, and then you can point to the different parts of the pictures and show your grown-ups, your brothers and sisters, whoever's around, the differences between the caterpillar life cycle and the cicada life cycle. Bye, boys and girls.